Okay, folks, welcome back. Today's day 30 of the worldwide power outage. This is going to be part 2 of the previous video we will call the doggy doo-doo episode. What I wanted to talk about today while we're sitting here without power is, as I mentioned earlier, we do have electricity, but it's in a different form. It's solar. If you notice, the sun's shining out here. It's very nicely bright out there. I keep the blinds shut because I can. But let me show you real quick something that I got a long time ago that I've been watching, and I decided to go ahead and these are our emergency preparedness product that I purchased a long time ago. But I think I did a video on these a while back, and I was hoping that you guys would watch that video. I won't bother putting a link in the bottom of the description because nobody's watching this anyway. So here you go, folks. How do I do this? It's a solar-powered light. It uses a lithium-ion battery from a cell phone. It hangs. There we go. You can see it better. It hangs. It has a little hanger apparatus. This is the solar cell. You place this by a window. I can block out the light long enough for it to see it. I'll just reposition the yes, popcorn. We got electricity. I told you, and I'm not going to do without some creature comforts, so don't get jealous. You stock up. It's what a prepper does. Okay. Anyway, this is a nifty little device. It has a power button that you can use to turn it off and on. Some of these are out there in the market that have remote controls. I didn't bother with those because I'm cheap and I had to push a button. You just have to be careful when you plug them in to the connector, because it's not the greatest circuit board on the planet Earth, because these are slapped together by some fellow on the other side of the world who's right now sitting in the dark too, so I hope they stocked up on these as well. But this thing is a lifesaver. It may take a day or two to properly charge the battery, but since we have an alternate energy source, we plug that into a regular USB cable to this micro USB into one of those little wall warts and charge them all up, and then guess what? 6 hours of light. And it's pretty good. It'll light your face. It'll shine everywhere you want. So that's how we have electricity at night. There you go. I think you guys need to scavenge around. If you have any electronic stores, I'm sure all the warehouses by now are emptied out. So if you're seeing this, the magic of electronics and the miracle of whatever's going on, that you could actually watch this during our 30 days so far of being without power, we're very optimistic. We know things have to start getting back to normal. We've already come to the conclusion that we won't be with power for a year or two. The fun thing that we do is hide and seek. But we do it at night, and it's a great opportunity for the youngsters to still be getting their skills. We're not going to, pretend like there's nothing going on. These kids need to be told the truth, and they know it. We let them listen to the ham radio. One fellow has one of those little micro recorders with the magnetic tape that we stick to the dog, and we'll let that run through the clan. I'm going to call it that for any tribe, so everybody can hear, and not have to worry about gathering someplace and leaving their properties vacant. I'm telling you that Doggy Express, other than what happened just a few moments ago, works really well. With these micro cassettes now, they're hearing people talking, so they know people are alive. They just don't think we're making this stuff up. Around day 19, I want to cover something really interesting. One of the young folks had a toothache. We knew the doctor was home. He's not going anywhere. So we took him over there, and the doctor pulled the tooth without any anesthetic at all. He basically distracted the young fella while he yanked on it, and out it came, and there you go, a little bit of wadding in there, and he's fine. No infection or anything like that, just a dry socket, but that's how you deal with that, salt water. All the books everybody's got, we formed a mini library, to believe it or not. We have it on the back of a cart, and we use that cart. I don't volunteer because I'm too old, but the young folks, we have around with the walkie-talkies. They know they're coming. We have words and special phrases they have to use if they're under duress. They use a specific phrase. If they're clear and clean, we let them come on in. Nobody's armed. We don't let those couriers carry guns because everybody lives fairly decent close. It's not super close like next door, but they can still get, we know something's going on, we'll be right there. We do have gasoline. We've managed to scavenge. We're not using it at all. We've got a local, a small hardware store. The owner, he's part of the clan or the tribe, and he showed us his stash finally. He built it. The trust took 2 weeks. It took 2 weeks to get him to trust us. And so he's part of our co-op. Mr. Riley's his name. I'll go ahead and tell you, Riley Tools. And they've been great. They let us know if they hear anything on the radio as far as any traversing traders, if you want to call them that, because now everything's done by horseback. Everybody has apples and has things to feed, carrots, sugar cubes, because these horses they're skinny as all get out. They're basically being kept alive by the grace of goodness. And so when they come to our house, they're pulling a cart which has a library in it. It's a trade. We trade books. I've got my library, and everybody else has been trading books. Everybody's got their initials on the inside, so they know who the original owner is. So someday they can come back to them. It's been really good. I mean, we got the still going. Like I told you before, the farm store had all that grain. We did manage to get some sugar, and everybody's got yeast, so there's no problem there. Everybody put a little bit in, and they get a little bit back for front. So 8 weeks from now, we should have a pretty good run. Now, we've kind of agreed amongst the co-op that we won't have birthday parties, we won't have anniversaries. We're going to have a 1 day a month party, and have another one of those fantastic potlucks that I mentioned earlier before I was so rudely interrupted by our neighbor's dog. And, it's the way it is, folks. If you're looking towards gloom and doom, it's not going to happen. We're too optimistic. We're all ready to go. We do target practice. We've managed to make some bow and arrows, woods. We have people with skills. I've got my skills. If I'm busy babysitting the kids or taking care of them or taking them out and showing them stuff, somebody else is doing it. So it's not like we're isolated here. We have ear to the world. We got the ham radios. Again, like I said before, with the Doggy Express, we still get messages spread about the community. So I'm going to have to go right there. I've got somebody banging around over there. I found out what's going on here. But I'll be back tomorrow. It's day 30. We're doing really well, so I hope you are too.